بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Just a video response that I wanted to make for actually a long time, and due to lack of time I was not able to, but it's something that's been kind of in the back of my mind for quite some time now. And it's the video about Malcolm X, and I really took a liking to the movie by Spike Lee, and I think it's well done, and I think a lot of people benefited from it because I've met a lot of new Muslims who converted to Islam or were introduced to Islam, to the message of Islam, from the story of Malcolm X, from the movie of Malcolm X. I remember one of my friends who was telling me a story when first he saw the movie, that he kind of went and looked in the mirror and said, "Am I a Muslim? I feel like a Muslim. Am I a Muslim?" So, but there's another issue with regards to this, and this is what I'm going to tackle today, and that is, it seems like, for the Muslims anyhow, that Malcolm X is obscured by a wave of black nationalistic type of ideology. If you look at this excerpt from the movie, at the end they're making him seem like a black prince, a black shining prince, an Afro-American. He was an Afro-American and he wanted everyone to be an Afro-American. And it seems like it's very racist, and I'm not saying racist in a bad way, but a racist as in, that it has to do with the race, that he was representing a race. It did start as such when he was in the Nation of Islam and he realized some of the faults of the society, the American society. But however, that culminated into the point when he became a Muslim, an Orthodox Muslim, a Sunni Muslim, and he took the pilgrimage to Mecca. And this is what helped him to become an Orthodox Muslim. He's realized that the solution to all problems is not for people to become Afro-Americans. Definitely, it is very important, and I emphasize this, to stress one's culture, to stress one's ethnicity. Islam recognizes that. But that's not what Malcolm X was all about. That was not his main thing. This is something, for sure. It's very important. Everyone has to. And it's very important that you are proud of who you are, that you are an African American or a white European or whatever. And no one is less than the other, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran that the best amongst you is those who are in taqwa. Not if you're African American or white American or whatever. So Malcolm X's message has been obscured by I would say even the educated masses in the university, the rhetoric in the universities and in the courses that are being taught about him, history, black history and so on and so forth. And people take him on their shirts and on postcards and on many other places, posters, as a black nationalist, as someone who gave voice to the black people in the United States and the world actually. And that is a good thing. I'm not putting that down. Please don't take me wrong. But that's not Malcolm X's message, not his ending message, not his message that really mattered to him, right? Because we have to look at what was his philosophy. He did start in the Nation of Islam. And there's a purpose for everything in life. We all started somewhere. And he moved forward to understand that he had to free himself from the shackles of the teachings of that ideology. And when he did that, he was assassinated. And it's very important to understand that he was assassinated because he began moving away from that notion of black nationalism, of only black people can be Muslim, the white people are the devil, and so on. He realized that the solution to all the problems is Islam. That is what he preached. He died with the name Al-Hajj Malik al-Shabbas. He was a pure Muslim. He died as a shaheed. He wanted people to become Muslim. He didn't want them to become Afro-Americans. People were already Afro-Americans. They had to recognize their roots. It's very important for African Americans to be educated from where they're coming, what's their background, what's their nationality, their culture. It's so important. Yet his culminating message, his most important message was for people to come to Islam. That's what he says, is that people really understand what Islam is really all about. Maybe that's what America needs. Maybe that's what will unite the world, because one nation is under God, as America puts it, It's one humanity under God. It's not just America as a nation under God. Who says it's kind of a Beni Israel, of the children of Israel type of mentality, where God is only for certain people. But God uplifts whom He wills and He puts down whom He wills. And under humanity, you all come from Adam, black, white, Chinese, doesn't matter. How can we be racist when we all come from the same human, from the same soul? So Malcolm X's teaching was one humanity under one God, not certain nation under one God. And he saw that into Islam, and there was the beauty of it. And if you read through his biography, and you research some speeches, and you research his life, and I call upon all the African Americans, and all those people who are inspired by this, Muslims or non-Muslims, to really look into this, and to see what was the original message that Malcolm X's life culminated with. Was it a Afrocentric message, or was it a much greater message than that? And please do not put words in my mouth. Do not misunderstand it. This is not a bias or an against African Americans message. This is something for you to look into, because trust me, the solution to our problem is not for everyone to kind of beat themselves on the chest as to who they are. Yes, it's very important, as I said, to recognize who you are, to understand and to learn where you're coming from and who you are, and to be proud of that. But good pride, a pride of knowledge. But a pride that will not put you saying, oh, my ancestors were better than yours, or oh, I'm more powerful than you, or I'm better than you, or I'm better than you, I'm better than you. No. Something that would humble us to understand our roots, and in the end to go back to understand that we all come from the same man, from Adam, and that the best among us are the best who are in piety, the ones who are closest to God, and not the color of our skins. And for the humanity's problems, the solution is Islam, is to unite under the teachings of Islam, the love of Islam, the compassion and mercy of Islam, and there is no other solution. And I hope, inshallah, at least if you don't agree with me, at least just just go research a bit. The worst that can happen is that you learn something new. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.